You know you gotta turn yourself in.
Not in this town. I'm not gonna die an accidental death.
Those men were assisting me in apprehending a fugitive.
What were they gonna do? Apprehend him with a bullet?
What do we do about the cop and the girl?
If they lead you to the kid, kill him.
I hate to see you two go to the trouble of digging your...
What are the symptoms of a penicillin allergic reaction?
I don't care.
In blight or whatever it is you're trying to cram up on here.
Foul blight. Vets don't say, chicken. Come to me.
And then biology.
Happy because they are me. Thank you, Lake Franklin Power Company.
Come on, just light a candle or something. What was that?
Somebody in the hall.
Who's there? Who's there?
Okay, baby.
This can't be happening. Men in hoods. From another time.
No, it's right now. It's just not what you think.
Hey, Jay! Getting late! Come on, AJ! For us!
I'm coming. I'm coming. Goodbye, Mom.
Bye, Mom.
Well, wait. Leave a number where I can reach you in case of an emergency.
Okay. It's the Silver Arrow Resort in Joshua Tree.
No, actually, there's been a little change in plan.
What change in plan?
Well, I couldn't get us in at the Silver Arrow.
What is this? I thought you said it was all set.
Well, it is all set. It's just not set there.
Where is it all set?
Torrey Pines.
Torrey Pines.
The Health Farm.
The death camp? Corey, but our first vacation in over a year, and you book us into a place that's run by Nazis?
They're Norwegians.
They feed you nothing but Melba toast and water.
AJ, it's supposed to be a place where you can go and relax and get healthy. I just read an article in the checkout line says that's where all the movie stars go.
It's a fat farm.
It is not a fat farm. It's a place for thin people, thin, beautiful people who want to stay thin and beautiful. And it's perfect change of pace for you after a year with Liz.
Excuse me, I am perfectly happy with Liz.
See what I mean?
I am perfectly unhappy with Melba toast.
AJ, they keep these women hungry. Now, if you're hungry and you got no food, what else is there for you to do?
What?
Starve.
AJ, come on. With 5 women for each of us, we don't have to worry about food. We'll pick up.
Bye, Mom. Bye. It could be worse, Marlo. You could be going with them.
Utah? Dixon, you seen town?
He just went out to stop by the bank before it closes. He should be back in a second.
Relax, we're gonna get there. Take it
Yeah, I just want to get there in enough time to make a decent selection. Don't want to get stuck with 5 losers. Oh, jeez.
What is this? I thought you were just going to the bank.
Yeah, me and 2 of the dumbest bank robbers in San Diego. They practically tripped over me trying to make their getaway.
John, we're already late.
I'm sorry, it's in my contract. If I catch bank robbers, I have to bring them in.
Yeah, but he's a real little. Can't you just throw him back?
Lieutenant, someone's trying to get hold of you. Claims to be your cousin.
Which one? I got about 20.
Wouldn't leave his name, but he's calling long distance. Could it be out of town, Brown?
Nixon, I hate to tear you away from your sense of humor, but would you be so kind as...
What?
Just relax. It won't take me long.
I reported this 5 minutes after it happened. If you'd gotten on the stick, you might have caught them by now.
Now, you just get off your high horse, Kevin. I've only got 1 man on at night. Plus the fact you didn't even see their faces.
3 white men broke.
There are other black people around here.
It's not racial. It's Weiler Gray and his thugs from the Diamond G Ranch. I told you that before. Now, why don't you do something about him before he comes back here for a repeat performance?
Hey, boy. Who do you think you're talking to?
Wait a minute, Kevin. Wayne, you and Carl go look outside. Go on. All right, look, I'll check with Gray. In the meantime, if you're worried, why don't you consider taking a vacation for a while?
I know you sent those goons to my house, and I know why.
Yeah, I heard you've been spreading that around. To the point, Chief Potter came out to see me. But I don't know what in the hell him or you...
What are you doing here?
He's making trouble, but he's about to leave.
I'll leave. But you're gonna be sorry you ever threatened me.
Hey, man. Kevin, what's got into you?
I said I would handle this.
They broke into my house last night, wearing hoods. They scared Hannah to death and told me to leave town.
What? That doesn't make sense.
Sure it does. Wilder Gray is afraid of my tests. He's afraid he's going to lose his whole herd to quarantine.
Please, Kevin. Don't put yourself through this. Wilder has no reason to terrorize you. I told him last night your results were premature. It's my responsibility. You're my student. I'm the vet of record.
But I made some simple measurements. How could they be wrong?
Not wrong, just incomplete. I tested the whole herd. The average antibiotic levels are fine. There is no disease. You made a hasty conclusion. We all do it. It's good experience.
You call being hit on the head with a bat good experience?
Can I get you something to read? Or a coloring book, maybe?
Oh, no, thanks. You just go right ahead and finish.
Let me just read what I got so far. Let's see, back, gotcha. Yeah, Lieutenant Brown. Hey, Kevin, how's the college boy? What? Look, I'll come up and talk to the police myself. Okay, it's not that serious, but I'm coming anyway. Yeah, I'll be there in a few hours. Yeah. Look, don't do anything till I get there, all right, Kevin? Yeah. It's no problem. I'll see you later.
Something wrong?
Nah. Nixon! My cousin got in trouble off campus last night. Did you finish this one?
I thought you were going to do the paperwork.
I lied. Yeah, he's a student at Braddock College up at Lake Franklin. Seems he and his fiancée had a visit from the unwelcome wagon.
I heard.
No. But just the same, I think I'm going to go up and see him. So I'm sorry, guys, but I'm going to have to pass on Joshua Tree.
Torrey Pines.
Huh?
Lake Franklin. That's out of your jurisdiction, isn't it? I'd be glad to go along. I mean, do whatever I can.
Just go have a good time. I'll put it on in a few days. No.
Have a good time.
I don't want to go to a fat farm. I'm not fat.
Real still, Kevin. Just don't move.
How could I have killed Wilder? I was hit on the head a mile from there. Look.
He probably got that last night. I talked to the professor. I talked to Marshall. You and Wilder damn near had a fist fight, didn't you? You thought Wilder sent those guys out there after you. So you went back. You found him in the barn alone. Confronted him. fight started, you got the best of it. Then you hit him over the...
You're gonna be real sorry you killed a white man, boy.
Ease up, Wayne.
You know, I'm thinking of dealing me out a little justice right now. Wayne!
Just one moment.
Give me the key!
This is stupid, boy. You're gonna be a dead man. You don't pass that gun over here.
Shut
in the
up,
next
Wayne.
5
Now
seconds.
just shut up. You're making matters worse, Kevin. There's no way out of this.
Put your guns down.
This is stupid.
Shut up and put your gun down, Wayne.
Put it down! Where are the car keys? Give me the car keys. Now get in there.
Damn it, we can't let him go.
You got a better idea?
I don't want your car. It'll be right outside town.
Kevin!
Oh, boy. Who do we have here?
Your mama.
Spread your feet and put your hands against the wall.
My ID is in my left hip pocket. Check it first. I hate this position.
Hey, busting me up.
Who is he?
Lieutenant M.P. Brown, San Diego Police Department.
Put your gun away, Wayne.
Pretty please.
So what brings you down here, Lieutenant?
I'm here to see my cousin, Kevin Brown. What are you doing staking out his apartment?
Well, we're hoping he comes back.
Cloudiness with temperatures remaining constant. But all in all, it should be a beautiful day. Now to local and state nation, overpowering several deputies last night.
Town might appreciate some help sometime this year. No, it can't be that far. Great shortcut, Rick, let me tell you.
Well, if Nixon gave us the right address, it's...
Like the back of my hand, that's what you said. Just like the back of my hand.
Now, what I didn't say is that I very rarely look at the back of my hand. I hate it when he's right.
Well, there isn't much you can do, Hannah. I'm just hoping he'll try to contact you somehow. Maybe you should go back to the dorm and let me know as soon as you hear from him. Try not to worry, okay?
Yeah, you do the same.
Hello, town.
What are you guys doing here?
Well, we were almost...
Radio. I can use you. How'd you get here so quick?
We took my shortcut.
Dumb luck.
Hi, I'm Rick.
Hi,
This is
I'm
Dumb
AJ.
Luck.
He's dumb luck.
A damn city cop. His cousin from San Diego. You didn't count on that. One cop. Is all this town needs. I should think you'd agree. We'll just have to stonewall him while we find that kid. Don't you come unglued on me. You're the authority around here, so handle it. Keep the lid on. You worry about rounding up those sick cattle. I'll worry about Kevin Brown.
All I know is that the police here think my cousin is a murderer. And at least one of them had...
Possible that sounds?
Yeah. Kevin has never been in any trouble in his entire life. And now he's running around out there somewhere, and some jerk wants to put a bullet in him just to prove he can hit a moving target.
You said that all this happened because Kevin tested samples of cattle feed?
He found high levels of antibiotics.
Don't they normally put antibiotics in the cattle food?
Yes, but too much, and they can be passed along to humans in the meat. And so can diseases which have become resistant.
You find any sick animals?
No, but it's still a problem. Diamond G sells most its beef to the Much hamburger chain. If Kevin's right, they should quarantine the whole herd, and that would ruin the Diamond G.
I understand you analyzed Kevin's test results.
Oh, of course, he was my student. This whole thing is so tragic.
Do you think he killed Wyler Gray?
Well, certainly not intentionally. He's just not that kind of a person. But now, well, who knows what being hunted down can do to a man.
Why did he take blood samples of...
Fatten their cattle for market. It's nothing to get upset about.
Can I offer you some tea?
No, thank you. We generally wait until after breakfast.
Now then, if you'll allow me to be frank, I'm not interested in talking to a couple of private detectives who are working in behalf of my brother's murderer.
He hasn't been convicted yet, Mr. Gray.
Oh, there's time.
Is there any reason why Kevin Brown would want to harm your brother?
Is that what you call killing him? Harm?
There was an incident a couple of nights ago that made it very clear that Kevin was unwelcome in this town. Do you know anything about that?
No. But judging by his attitude, I'm not surprised. Look, he came here yesterday and threatened my brother in front of me and other witnesses. That night he came back and killed him.
Do you know anything about any...
Brother would still be alive.
I've talked to a lot of people, and they've been very friendly. But they don't tell you anything. He called.
He wants me to take you to him.
Great, now we're getting somewhere.
Okay. You and Hannah go straight to him. We'll follow in the command.
No, I'm sorry. Kevin said just you.
It's okay. I need Rick and AJ there, Hannah.
Look, my fiancé's been bum-wrapped for a murder charge. He's hiding out there in the woods with nowhere to go. It seems like this entire town would sell him up for a nickel. Could we just do it the way Kevin wants it?
Plan B.
What was plan A?
Mobile 4 base.
Go ahead, Mobile 4.
We followed up to the house. She's picked up that cop.
Don't lose them. They lead you to the kid, kill him. I'll get a hold of Potter.
What do we do about the cop and the girl?
Lead them to Potter.
You okay?
Yeah, you?
We gotta talk. I didn't kill him.
I know that. You know you gotta turn yourself in.
Not in this town. I'm not gonna die an accidental death. I'm not gonna be found hanging by my belt from the rafters of a jail cell for something I didn't do.
There's a state police headquarters in the next town. I've got friends on the force.
Please, Kevin, listen to him.
I don't have much choice.
Is there another way out of here?
On foot.
Look, I'll take care of Hannah. You get out of here, I'll cover you.
What about you? Get out of here!
I think we took a wrong turn back there at the golf course. There's a golf course up here about 15 miles, I guess.
Big city cop, huh? Think that gives you the right to come here and interfere with official police business? What would you do if I came on your turf and stuck my nose in your business?
If you're trying to keep an innocent man from being murdered by a bunch of vigilantes, I'd help you.
Those men were assisting me in apprehending a fugitive.
What were they going to do? Apprehend him with a bullet?
Who are you?
We're private investigators from San Diego, and we're friends of the lieutenants.
Well, if you want to do your friend a favor, get the hell out of here before you wind up sharing a cell with him. Put him inside.
What about Hannah?
Okay, fellas. Drive carefully. Out of town. Hannah, do your fiancé a big favor. Convince him to turn himself in.
Chief Potter, Mrs. Wayne, those two detectives just crossed the city limits. They're history.
Planning on calling?
We both agreed we're gonna need some more blood samples, right?
Yeah?
I just figured out who can do that for us. Bronkelmeyer.
Marlowe's vet?
Yeah.
What makes you think you'll come all the way out here?
Once. Why did I ever do him a favor?
What favor? What favor, Rick?
I just, was... Well, you remember that weekend that you went up to San Francisco?
You mean the weekend when Marlowe went berserk and trashed my house?
Marlowe didn't work alone. He, had kind of a slumber party that night. Bronkelman overbooked that weekend, and he asked me if we could put up some of the extras.
How many dogs were in my house?
Just 6.
That's the last for this graminivorous garbage disposal. Why
would any vet get into large animal practice is beyond me. Can't see one in this.
Well, a stupid waste of time. Bad, huh?
There's nothing in this blood but healthy cells.
What? Why are you muttering then?
Because if I took all the trouble to drive out here, it would be nice to find something that's horrifying enough to justify the trip.
Well?
Same thing. This is a fairly primitive test. I mean, you can't expect sophisticated laboratory technique on the hood of a car out in the boonies. Nevertheless, the bovine critters look healthy enough. Blood samples indicate they are. Well, I've only tested 5 of them.
No sign of disease.
What do you want me to do, engrave it in marble? I said no.
Any high levels of antibiotics?
We're even now.
Actually, there is one more little thing. See, the bad guys know what kind of car we're driving.
The linkage is shot. Clutch slips. If you go over 50, the whole chassis gets the DTs. Oh, and if an 18-wheeler tries to pass you...
Yeah?
Well, never mind. Buen viaje.
Nice car.
It was.
Was there a Kickstarter in this thing? She's not in her room. Must have a class or something.
Well, there's nothing we can do but wait. We're not going to find Kevin without her.
Yeah. Guess we're not the only ones who feel that way.
Excuse me. What time does Hannah McKenzie get here?
She should be here any minute.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'll take the left.
Okay, fine.
I thought we asked you boys to get...
Staying here in town.
Now look, we asked you politely the first time. I suggest you take the hint.
Just cool down. We're visit towns. Let me go.
Can't do that. If you do, they'll kill you. Come on. Gotta give us a chance to prove you're innocent.
Getting into the police car, I'll have the deputy's badge in front of a grand jury.
We'll be right behind you.
You're under arrest, Brown. The murder of Weiler Gray. Got us our killer, Chief.
Your suspect turned himself in.
Oh, right. After I ran him down halfway across the square.
We want your guarantee there won't be any planned accidents.
He'll be safe.
Come on.
Yeah, wait a minute. He's already been attacked in here once, and since then a lot of people have been busy trying to kill him.
Including some of your city's finest.
Well, there'll be no more of that. That's a promise. As long as he's here with us, I'll see to it that he's treated fairly. Let's go, Kevin.
Kevin.
Come on.
Well, Lieutenant.
Oh, wait till you taste the food.
Glad to see you standing. It's kind of word they're going to bring you in face to the sun.
Well, they would have if your friends hadn't been there.
Yeah, Rick and AJ have a way of just showing up when you need them. Sometimes even when you don't need them. Hey, everything's going to be okay. We're going to find out what really happened here.
We're way past that, Marcel. It really doesn't matter what happened. Weiler Gray's dead. They've got me. That's all anyone around here cares about.
Well, I'm not from around here, and neither are Rick and AJ.
You're in jail.
Yeah, but I've been in touch with my department. It may take a little time, but they'll put a little grease to the wheels of justice around here.
What can 3 guys do against a whole town?
Depends on the 3 guys.
You know, next time, if there is a next time, I'm going to keep my mouth shut and look the other way.
Kevin, there is no doubt in my mind that you'll always be as honest and as outspoken as you've been here.
So sure?
Yeah. It's 'cause it's in your blood. You are brown. And we all tend to be a little stupid from time to time.
Everybody thinks it's dangerous and exciting and glamorous. Beautiful women hanging off of each arm. When do we get to that part? We don't. It's surveillance on cattle from downwind. Yay. You get some shot eye. Okay. I'll hold the fort. Yeah, watch cattle. Could have been pigs. Jay. Hey, Jay, come on, wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Come on.
Up you go.
Good.
How long have I been asleep? Oh, about 2 hours. And the Jeep truck moved some cattle.
You woke me up for that? They're probably taking the cattle to market.
No, these did not go to market. They went down that little dirt road right over there.
What's that sound?
I don't know. Go check it out. Come on, knees. Come on, back. I suppose we're getting old, eh? Your knees and my back, we're about 80. Oh. Right, they got diseased cattle on their hands.
I wonder no one ever found any evidence every time they get one. They take it out of the herd.
Depends on this ranch.
Still doesn't tell us why they killed Gray.
No. At least now we can back up part of Kevin's story. Maybe Chief Potter will finally see there's a frame at work here.
They found some sick cattle.
Well, I wouldn't go jumping to any conclusions. They saw Marshal Gray and some of the boys burying some cattle. And I thought that you and I might venture over and, you know, check it out.
A minute ago, I'm your prisoner, now I'm your partner.
You're a lawman, aren't you?
You damn right, and a good one. It's you we're not too sure about. Are you on the side of the law or the side of Marshal Gray?
Now, we don't know that those are different sides. Look, Lieutenant, the Gray and the Potter families go back a long, long time. This is not easy for me.
You want to take me along to confront Marshal Gray so you don't have to. Is that it? Fine. Let's go. I'll be back as soon as I can.
In case there's any question, I'm on the side of the law.
Nothing can please me more than to see Kevin vindicated, but what you describe is hardly unusual. Most of the ranches around here have lime pits. It's for cattle they find in the pastures that have been dead for several days. They've either been attacked by wild dogs, mountain lions.
Not this time.
Now, these were alive till Gray's men shot them. I'll bet you it's because they were diseased.
We'll have to do it my way.
Gray, I could have done a test. I could have told them there was no indication.
They're pulling it apart in front of our eyes. We can't let them walk out of here.
I won't have part in another murder.
You're not going anywhere. You're in this all the way.
seems to be the problem here?
Well, I'll tell you, officer. Problem is that Mr. Gray here was just about to send us to that great cattle ranch in the sky till you showed up.
Is that true, Marsh?
Uh-huh.
Told you we'd have to kill him.
Okay. You were right all along.
Well, it looks like you've got the whole town involved in this.
That's the whole point. This isn't any small personal matter.
No, it certainly isn't. Selling diseased cattle goes far outside just this town.
You sound like my brother. He was ready to cut the throat of this whole town.
So you cut his throat first.
You boys want to throw your guns up here?
Well, ordinarily we would, but see, we didn't bring any this trip. Told you we were gonna need guns.
We were going on vacation. You don't generally need guns on a vacation.
We seem to.
You were 12 years old, and you know I'm not going on home.
Where are Rick and A.J. Simon?
Anybody seen those guys from San Diego?
No, we ain't seen them.
Guess they're gone, Chief.
Marshal, why are you burying cattle out here?
Just lost a few to mountain lions.
That true, Professor?
Oh, my God.
Now you get in there and help him, Wayne. Get in there and help him. Everybody else, help. Come on.
Father! You're making a big mistake.
No, Marshal. Made my big mistake the first time I looked the other way when I got the feeling that something was wrong out here. Now, I knew how the town depended on the Diamond G, but I didn't want to believe it. Should have never let it come to murder.
AJ, say something.
Torrey Pines is looking better. Where's Rick? Gonna get me out of here before I start sprouting roots.
Oh, come on!
Kevin?
Thanks. Thanks, guys.
Hey, glad to help. Even if he is your cousin.
My cousin? I thought he was your cousin.
Hey, go test some cattle feed, will you?
I owe you guys.
You mind if we collect now?
Name it.
By the way, if an 18-wheeler tries to pass you...
Never mind.
Yeah.